friends, MD Vegan with a red cabbage salad. That's a very easy one. You have red cabbage here, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of the cruciferous vegetables. They are among the healthiest we have, and very easy to prepare. You can make sauerkraut with it, any kind of cabbage, and you can also make it in a salad, just cutting it into thin stripes, a very easy way. But first I make the dressing. Just show you my main ingredient to have a feeling for what the dressing would be like and why I choose this dressing. It's a cashew cream with parsley, basically. And it's easy. I have a cashew here, a handful of cashews. That's my usual portion for one person here, one hand of cashew. It's a little bit much, it could be less. Yeah, I leave something. I don't take everything. And I have half a lemon. This is a whole lemon. I only take half. Yeah, because easily the dressing gets too sour. So half, I take only half. So the rest I can use to season later. And pepper and salt, teaspoon each. All very simple measurements, you know, handful of cashews, half a lemon, teaspoon each, pepper and salt. That's the basic seasoning and measurement, and a little water to make it runny. Not too much, shouldn't be too runny, and not too thick. Let's see. Blender dance. The first blending is always to break down the nuts or the seeds, whatever I have. And the second blending will be to make it really creamy and to taste it. Yeah, I will now taste if I have enough lemon, enough salt, and so on and so on. And then I can decide on it sits for a while to get the cashews really soaking a little bit, and then blend it again to make it really nice creamy. And I can also season a little bit. So let's see. Texture is nice, yeah. It is creamy, but not too thick. Yeah, nice. It's a very simple flavor, and half a lemon is enough. Not more lemon, but that's good. It will sit for a while, and already can taste the parsley. Here I have a bunch of parsley cut into small pieces, chopped or minced, whatever you like. I like it a little bit more coarse. I don't make it too small. You can also make it very small, very fine, but I show you later in a moment how I will put it into the dressing. So now first I put my main ingredients together for the salad. That is the red cabbage, that's the first. And you see, you have the cabbage bought in these bulbs. You know, have a big bulb, cabbage, and then I cut a half and a quarter. And then I have this is the beautiful texture of the cabbage. You could take a slice of the cabbage, a round slice, put it on the plate, and serve the salad on top of it. That would be a wonderful decoration. You can eat that slice too. It's delicious. I've seen that in America. I was there. We always had cabbage salad, and it was a nice way to serve it, to have something crunchy. But so to put it into the salad now, I will just cut down thin slices. You have this hand. It's very handy here. You put it onto the cutting board, and then you cut down. This is sharp cutting chef's knife, and you cut away from the fingers. That's what I'm going to show you. Here you hold the cabbage, and then you cut away. You never cut to the hands. No, don't do that. Cut away from the hand, and then you put the knife onto the cutting board, and then you go down like this. Not this. No, this. Yeah, you can have leverage. And that's the perfect way to cut. That's very easy. And then you cut away from the hands, like with this movement, and you can make it very fine. See? Away from the fingers, never towards the fingers. Then you can never cut yourself. And these chef's knives, they should be sharp, because then you have a wonderful effects when you can slice these things, these ingredients very finely, thinly, and that's what you want. Then they're delicious. If they add to the cabbage is very firm texture, and that makes it not easy to eat. You can also have a snack. Always have a snack with it. You crunch a thin piece of cabbage. That's no problem. But you can't eat that much. But when you slice this into very thin slices, you can eat a lot. I can also now take the other side, yeah, to make it easier to cut. I turn it around. See? And then I have a smaller pieces here. Easier to cut it down like this. But make sure it is very thin, yeah? You can easily cut it very thick. And you don't want to have that too thick. It's not nice, yeah? So, I guess that's it. The rest, you can look to that later. And you have this wonderful, beautiful texture. It's maybe one of the most beautiful textures there is in the food world. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like a piece of art, right? Can you see here these textures? And here you have, now you cut it and you have these small pieces. You know, these. This is what is nice to eat. This, in this form, with a nice dressing and other ingredients, you have a very delicious dish. And of course, cabbage is super healthy. You just have to make it delicious. Then you have a wonderful meal, easy to make, very inexpensive. It's perfect for the winter time because the cabbage warms you, gives you a lot of nutrients, high in vitamin C, and also the very famous ingredient that is the nutrient that is so fighting cancer, sulforaphane it's called, and it's in all the cruciferous vegetables and cabbages, and kale and so. Broccoli, it's all in there, and it's very, very nice, and it fights cancer. So that is all very healthy. And now I do other ingredients, like I have a carrot, a julienne the carrot, and that is in a similar way as the cabbage. Yeah, you have these thin juliennes, you know, here, the julienne, it's called. And you put the carrot on the cutting board, half, then quarter, and then you cut down slices. And the slices fall down again on the cutting board, and again you slice. So you have until you have these thin slices, and then you cut it crosswise to make it shorter. This fits very nicely to the cabbage. Yeah. And the carrots are the same. You can eat a carrot, but if you have from one carrot, only one carrot, you have a lot of carrot stripes, juliennes, and that makes it also very filling. You have a small amount of food, just one carrot, and not too big, and you have a large amount of volume here because you cut it into small pieces. Same with the cabbage. A small piece of cabbage goes a long way, and you cut it small. And then you have an apple. I cut it also into small pieces. I don't need to show you how to do that with an apple. Not very big, not very difficult. And on top of it goes an onion, also cut into small pieces. And then I have my ingredients together, and you see. Smaller part of an onion. This is a vegetable onion. They are large and not that hot. So I have a little bit more onion. If you have a small onion, you take a little bit less, because there's not too much onion. That is, onion is also very super healthy, but if you take too much, it can be a little bit too intense. Very hot. And the veggie onions, they are larger and not that hot, so it can be little. So now I go to my dressing again. Have a look. Yeah. Taste it again. No, I blend it now first. I don't need more water. I said before, I just have to make a second blending. So it should be good. And now one step is missing. If it's good, then I have only the parsley to add. Yeah, the creamier it gets, the more delicious it is. and it's a little over seasoned. I always explain that with the dressing, because you want to make a dressing with more seasoning than you actually want to taste in the salad. Because when you pour the dressing over the salad and you toss it, then the flavor of the dressing dilutes because it covers all the ingredients. So you have to over season a little bit to get the exact seasoning you want. That's why it's a little bit more sour, a little bit more salty, and a little more hot than it should be. But that's perfect for the salad. So now I put the parsley into the dressing and just very shortly pulse it. Only very shortly. I don't want to have it all green. I just want to easily combine it, that's all. And then you have still these nice little leaves, these green little dots, and you can pour it over the dressing, and it's a little bit combined, and the parsley has a wonderful flavor together with the cashew cream, as it's a little bit sour and hot. With pepper and salty, that goes very nicely with the parsley. See? That's it. And this salad has firm ingredients. There's also something sweet sour with the apple. It's a very nice combination. There's crunch in there. It's a nice creamy dressing. So you can sit for a while. You can make this salad ahead of time, actually. And then the dressing would go soak a little bit more into the cabbage. But you don't need to do that. You can eat it right away. And it's so nice and easy to make. You see? You can also use a grater for the cabbage and for the carrots and for the apple if you want to grate it. Otherwise, the chef knife here, I like it more here because you can make these pieces nicer. Yeah, the cabbage. Okay, I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, and if you like my video and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, you get another recipe every single day. Sorry. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.